NGO, Disasters Network Ghana, is raising serious concerns about government's handling of disasters and emergency. The group helps in coordinating emergency and humanitarian responses in Ghana, and they're saying that the main disaster response agency, the NADMO, has been denied the much-needed funds to make them effective and to help them undertake disaster management effectively. Kofi Ankomahagen is a humanitarian ambassador with the Disasters Network Ghana. He joins me in the studio. Welcome.
Thanks.
And thanks for your time as well. To what extent have you really been involved in disaster management in Ghana, and from when?
Oh, to a very large extent. We've been around for so many years. We work in collaboration with NADMO. We work with them. We go to places where they don't even have presence, so that when there are issues, we draw their attention and then assist them to act as promptly as possible to save lives and property.
So what did you do with the northern region, or what happened in the northern region?
The problem has been that since this year, since the beginning of this year, the NADMO has not lived up to expectation as we used to know them. And when we ask, we have been talking to a lot of people, and basically it boils down to resources. They are constrained, seriously constrained with resources. Nobody seems to understand, but from my small investigation, I believe it's about the government. We all know there are some budget expenditure cuts. Just when the finance minister did the review, the mid-year review, we realized that there have been shortage of revenue, and then that has necessitated expenditure cuts, and I'm sure it's affected them. And others also suspect seriously that the current government does not have too much trust in the NADMO staff currently, because this perception or misperception that the people at the helm were picked by the previous administration, and so
that should not stop governments from undertaking its obligations to state institutions. What are your recommendations?
This is the reason why we came out with this write-up. We want the population to be aware that this is what is going on, and also to tell the government that whatever it is, these are people who need help. They are Ghanaians who contribute to the economy in various means. They pay their taxes, and when they are in need, no matter what it is, whether they are NDC, they are MPP, they are PPP, they are whatever, they need help, and the appropriate agencies must be resourced to be able to help.
Let's look at the substantive issues that you've raised, and then we can wrap up the conversation. You speak about the tidal waves.
Yes.
Somewhere in the tidal waves June, in the central region, in Discov, in the western region. So the central, the western region. You speak about the floods. We're looking at what happened, the floods in central region as well, the eastern region. You've highlighted the northern region as well. You've highlighted deportations. Ghanaians who have been deported from the US, Germany, and Saudi Arabia. I mean, they were in the country. Government took care of them. We understand. You speak about the fall army worm invasion and how government dealt with it as well. And then you end it with the Sierra Leone mudslide. In all of these, government has made some efforts, hasn't it?
Has the government done that? We on the ground, we don't see that.
You don't see that. To what extent do you think their efforts fall short of dealing with the problem?
I'm aware that in all these cases, governments, NADMO has showed its face. They come, they take records, and that ends it.
Okay.
They don't get anything. You know, these fisher folks, these boats, fishing boat, the net, they are very, very, very expensive. When they happened, these tidal waves occurred, we had a lot of them losing their boats, losing their net. Lives were lost. And NADMO officials come, and all they can do, as in all the other occasions, is take records, names of people who have been affected, thinking that they will be back with some relief items, with some financial support and whatever. And we don't get anything like that. With this fall army worm invasion. You know, most of these are farmers, are peasant farmers. They live on the crop season. They live on their harvest. So once some of these people have their harvest taken away or taken over by these people, they don't have anything. They are not like commercial farmers who have some savings to rely on even when they face some of these issues. They have nothing, and we are expecting the government to find a way to support them, whether financially or through provision of aid items like have been sent to Sierra Leone. And even with the Sierra Leonean issue, you know, Ghana has been a leader, or has been seen to be a leader in Africa, and in particular in West Africa. We've helped in so many ways. Even when Liberia was at war, we were there. We did whatever we could to help them in this recent Ebola issue. You saw the way the government was present. The president himself was there coordinating effort, the UN effort, to make sure that this Ebola was brought down. This is what we expect. We're expecting that this disaster, this Sierra Leonean mudslide that happened, it was on TV. All of us saw it.
The government has been there with some donations.
It falls short of expectation because of what we have done in the past. We expected that our commission over there, the High Commission over there, will immediately inform the government. And our expectation was that we were expecting Ghana, NADMO, a well-restored NADMO, with the Ghana Armed Forces to be there to partake in the rescue mission. So that those more than 400 lives that have been lost, and more than 600 lives that have been declared missing, they were needless.
They could have found.
We had the machine, we have the helicopters, and all of those. We could have deployed, just as Israel was able to deploy such a mission far away from Israel to Ghana when we had the Malcolm disaster. And we also did, this administration did the same thing by sending the military to Gambia when they had issues with their change of administration.
We have to wrap up because of time, unfortunately, but let me take your final 1 or 2 words. First of all, did your organization contribute anything to the Sierra Leone disaster management?
We do not have the capacity to handle international issues like this. We are wherever, even in Ghana, the NADMO is not very present, and then we coordinate, we help with them, we inform them so that they get the information early, so that they take action.
So in your conclusion, you're asking that all citizens must be disaster conscious and work towards disaster preparedness and disaster prevention, and while at it, government owes it a responsibility to resource NADMO adequately to deliver on her mandates. Your final words.
That is it. We believe that the government manages the resources of this country, whether they are farmers who have been affected or fisher folks who have been affected. The government has a responsibility of helping. No excuses. If they believe those people who are there belong to NDC or any other party and cannot work with them, that shouldn't affect whether the people over there will get their assistance or not. The government has a responsibility and must find any means to resource NADMO, and also to let these people, also Ghana Army, when sometimes they need to come in, they do. They should just make sure that the people who are affected get the necessary support.
Thank you very much.
As the Sierra Leoneans have received.
Thank you very much. Kofi Ankoma-Hagen. Kofi Ankoma-Hagen is with the Disaster Network Ghana, DISNET Ghana, and they are calling for all of us to be more disaster prepared. I was in, let's be conscious of the fact that natural disasters can happen at any time, and you prepare yourself for it. Whilst at it, they're asking government to make sure that it resources the NADMO. Thank you very much for coming.